Hello everyone and welcome to another presentation about Chinese character etymology and phonetic series. In this video I'm going to talk about a very simple phonetic series which is led by the title character, which is pronounced zhu, and today means main, master, host, lord, landlord, owner, something along those lines. So let's just write this general semantic group: main, master. And today you can find it in words like 主要的, which really means main, and many other words. It's a really frequent character. And so to understand the etymology of this character, we have to go back a little bit and look at its preceding characters. The original meaning of the character was a sort of like a torch, this ancient wooden torch where you had this sort of like a flammable material at the top. You light it up and it just gives you light. And so these are the preceding versions of the character, and let me just date them a little bit. So this is about 500 BC. 500 BC. This is about 200 BC. And this one is going to be, the big one is going to be about 100 AD. Roughly, this is not very precise. So the 500 BC character, which is the Oracle bone script version of the character, clearly shows, well, not very clearly, but sort of you can relate to the meaning of torch. This is the torch, and this little dot over here represents the flame. And the 200 BC seal script character is basically a formatted version of that. So whatever the character used to look like before was just formatted so that it fit the seal script formatting. And then the 180 character, the regular script one, which we use until today, is again a formatted version of that 200 BC version. Now there were many intermediary steps between this one and this one and this one and this one, but these are the most representative ones. And the seal script, so this version of the character over here, was the first really standardized and unified script. Before that, there were many scripts in China in use. Every state had maybe a different script and so on. And so there were many versions actually of this character over here. So I just chose the most representative one. The character's original meaning was a torch. Torch. And then, very possibly because of phonetic loans and sound resemblances between the word torch and the word main or landlord, this character also came to represent the meaning main based on its sound, and then lost the meaning torch, which today might be written in a very different way. And there is another explanation, and that is that the character is not a pictogram. What I just explained it is that it's basically a formatted and simplified picture of a torch, with this being the flame, and this bottom is a very formatted sort of a version of this handle or whatever it was. The other explanation is that it is a phonosemantic compound itself. So it means that it consists of a phonetic element and a semantic element. And the phonetic element is this one over here. I should choose a different color. Is this one over here, which is pronounced zhu, which is just a dot. I mean, as a dot, really as a dot. It stands for what it is. And as you can see, the pronunciation of the word main is also zhu. And the semantic element is whatever remains. So this thing over here, which is really hard on this to sort of be able to color the whole thing out on this big character, which is pronounced Wang, and it's a king. It's basically the ruler of the state. So the main person, the ruler of the state, Wang, the semantic element, and Zhu, the phonetic element. But it holds true. Definitely, the character can be interpreted in this way, because it holds true. The pronunciation and the phonetic element, they are okay. They resemble very well. This is zhu and this is zhu as well. And the meaning of the character and the meaning of the semantic element, main and king, is okay for the year 100 AD. But as we know that the character used to mean torch before, and we can clearly see that it's just a formatted simplification of whatever it was, I would be inclined to say that the former is true. That is just a formatted simplification of earlier characters. Enough on this character. It's very easy, very simple, very straightforward. It's very different from some other characters that are so difficult to interpret, and you have to do really a lot of research to go back and see what what they used to look like before and what they actually meant. This one is very simple. So when it comes to the series itself, it's extremely simple, extremely straightforward. All of the characters in the series are pronounced zhu in the fourth tone. So if I write zhu over here, all remaining characters in the series are going to be pronounced in the exact same way. This is a very big exception, I would say, in Chinese characters today, in modern Mandarin. Usually, at least, the tones are different. In this case, I mean, the tones in the series, not to mention the tonal differences between the character and the phonetic element. In this case, there is a difference. This character is pronounced zhu in the fourth tone, and this character is pronounced zhu in the third tone. But all remaining characters are pronounced zhu in the fourth tone. So, these dark blue characters, dark green characters to the left are the seal script versions of the yellow characters, of the regular script version characters. And they are missing here, here, and here. And the reason for that is that I just could not find that character in the Windows keyboard input. That's the only reason. Otherwise, I would put them there. And I just put them here so that you can see the visual resemblance between the regular script and the C script, so you can make this comparison and just have a look what the character used to look like before. So the first character is pronounced zhu, and it means to reside or to dwell. That's the most important meaning, reside. Reside or to dwell. And the original meaning of the character was to stop somewhere. So clearly the semantic element, I'm not going to even highlight it, is the zhu character, and the phonetic element is zhu, and the semantic element in the character is this thing over here. If you write it as a standalone character, it looks like this. It's pronounced ren, and it's a person. And it points to the meaning to, well, the original meaning to stop, and then to the more recent meaning to reside. You can find this character. It can act as a verb. So if you say 你住在哪里, it's like where do you live? It's a verb, 住. And you can also find it in many words that have to do something with living somewhere, or housing or whatever. So if you say 住宅, it's really like a residence, or like a living place. There's also this expression which is 忍不住, which is to like you're not able to bear something or something like that. And in that case, I think 住 is acting in its original meaning, to stop, like to not be able to stop your 忍, your resistance or something like that. You just can't bear something. The second character, again pronounced 住, and it means to pour. That's its original meaning, to pour. To pour water from one bottle into another one. And so the phonetic element clearly 住. The semantic element, this thing over here, when you write it as a standalone character written like this, and it's pronounced 水, and it's water. 水. Water. Pointing to the meaning to pour. Now, a more recent meaning, or another meaning of this character, is to concentrate or to focus. Focus. And you can find it in this quality in many expressions. If you say, for instance, 注意, it means really to focus, to pay attention. So basically you are focusing your E. E is this E over here. E. You are concentrating your E, and you're focusing. Or another word, which is 注视, is to stare. You concentrate your 视. The 视 is a vision. It's written like this. 注视, you're staring at someone. Or another word, another example, 注射, to inject something. 射 is like to shoot something. Next character in the series, again pronounced 注. And it's a pillar. It's like a column, a pillar. Semantic element in the character is this one over here, pronounced mu. If you write it as a standalone character, mu, translated as wood or tree. Mu, wood, tree. And you can find it in words like 柱子. 柱子 is this one. 柱子. It's really a pillar. It's really like the pillar, the noun, double syllable version of 柱. Also, there's another word which is 柱廊, which is a colonnade. 廊 is you can find it in the word 走廊, which is a corridor, and 廊 is basically just this pathway with something on the side. In this case, 柱 is a pillar, so 柱廊 is going to be a colonnade. The next character in the series is pronounced 柱 again. Very simple series indeed. And the meaning of this character is, and I have to read this, is a general term for insects that eat books and clothes. So I don't know how to write this, but yeah, let's say insects. A general term for insects that eat books and clothes is what it means. And the semantic element is this character over here. Again, you can write it as a standalone character like this. And it's pronounced 虫. And it's an insect. It's really an insect. 虫. 虫, insect. And I wouldn't probably even mention this because it seems like a rare character to use, but there is this one word which is 注食, and it means to eat yourself through something, right? And so just like these insects, just like 猪, these insects that eat books and clothes. The next character is pronounced again 猪 in the fourth tone, same as the preceding characters, and it means to note, to annotate, or to comment. So let's just write note, to note something down. And the semantic element in this character is this part over here, again, the left part of the character, which is pronounced yin. Yin. And it's words. You can roughly translate it as words. Originally, I think it used to mean to say something, really to say something, and then later the meaning words sort of remain, and the meaning to say is now said in many different ways. So words, and it means to note, to annotate. And this is the traditional version of the character. The simplified version of the character, I believe, should be written like it would be simplified down to that. So the left part, the yin, would be simplified down to 2 strokes. And I read, and I'm not sure about this, that this character is basically the traditional version of this character too. So in simplified, you would use this character both for this meaning and for this meaning, but I'm not sure about that because I don't read in simplified. So if you know, please leave a comment. And so you can find it, for instance, in words like 边注, 边, as a sort of like this margin or side or something like that, and 注, note. So a side note, marginal note, is going to be 边注. Or in the word, for instance, 注册, which is to register. 册 is this one. 册, 注册, to register something. Many other, you can find in many other words and expressions as well, all of these characters, as it shows some examples. And the last character, again pronounced 注, 4th tone, and it means to be stationed somewhere, to not really reside, but to be stationed somewhere. It's frequently when you look at Chinese names of embassies, foreign embassies or Chinese embassies abroad, you will see first the word 驻, and then you will have the country, and then you will have the embassy. So let's say 驻美国大使馆, 中国驻美国大使馆. Or I think maybe when you say 驻美国中国大使馆, I'm not really sure how you put the words, the countries in order, but there is going to be this word 驻, so it means to be stationed at, to be placed at, something like that. And the original meaning of this character was to stop, but let me just write that, to be stationed at, to be stationed at, to be stationed at. And the original meaning was to stop. So exactly as this character over here. And the semantic element, this part over here, it's pronounced ma, ma. And it's a horse, horse. So this is the traditional version of the character. The simplified version, if I'm not mistaken, would be written something like this. I mean the left part of the character, and then the right part, obviously the same thing. And it means to the same thing, to be stationed somewhere. All right, so much for this series. One thing that I forgot to mention, and it's just a little remark. In this character over here, as you can see, the character for water, the radical for water, which is the semantic element in the character, is written in 3 simple strokes. In the full version, like I said, it looks like this. So this simplified down to 3 strokes. But if you look at the seal script version of the character, the way you write it, and let me try to copy that. So something like this is the same character, but in the you can put an equal sign between these 2 characters. So this is the seal script version of this character. So if you write it as a standalone character, it is going to mean water. The point is, it didn't change. If you take this part of the character out of the seal script version, character for zhu, and you write it as a standalone character, it is going to mean water, and it is going to have the same shape and form. In the regular script, it has been simplified down to three simple dots. So as I said before, you can look at the regular script as, or how should I put this? The seal script is to the regular script traditional what traditional is to simplified. So as you can see, this horse thing over here in the traditional character has been simplified down to this in the regular script simplified, and the same thing has happened with the seal script transition to the regular script. Seal script water written like this. I mean when it is on the left side of characters, but traditional regular script water written like this, 3 simple dots, simplified down. So that's just a little side note that I wanted to mention. All right, so I hope you enjoyed this presentation, and I will see you in the next one.